Client story time with permission. Okay, so with this client, her body, specifically her pelvis, is holding on to emotional patterns connected to perfectionism, shame, and old survival strategies, especially related to her relationship with her father, or AKA her masculine energy growing up. So the subconscious core beliefs we identified through somatic muscle testing are likely what's running the show in her life. In the background of her body's response to stress, what's coming up as those core limiting beliefs are: I fear being rejected for doing things the wrong way. Mistakes confirm that I'm incompetent. I carry deep shame when I'm not perfect. You're not enough. I must perform to receive love. I have to be strong and self-sufficient to be safe. If I slow down, they'll criticize me. These subconscious beliefs, they reflect a deep performance-based survival pattern in her, and where her body learned to equate safety and love with perfection, control, and doing things the right way, okay? So overall, in a nutshell, her emotional core story is, I'm not good enough unless I'm performing perfectly. This belief became wired into her nervous system through more than likely emotional pressure, particularly from her father, what we've learned, or maybe some other masculine influences in her life. And over time, this has created a body that braces against criticism. It's going to avoid softness, and it fears rest. And how this is showing up physically in her body today is, one, she has a posterior pelvic tilt. This is where like you sit kind of slouch, where your pelvis is tucking under and like you're guarding in the front of your body. You typically have like weak glutes, weak lower core. She's also shut down on the left side of her pelvic floor, a little dissociation there, some disconnection, aka left side of the pelvic floor equates to that feminine energy. And then for her physical symptoms, they have manifested as right-sided pelvic floor tension, that masculine side, overactivation in her day-to-day behaviors. She's showing up with hip tightness and also some disconnection from her body. So where the emotional tension lives in her pelvis is, we would say, one, the tailbone, and we see that with that posterior posture. This is telling us that, oh, there's some shame there. And that shame comes from, let's say, her not being able to be perfect all the time, because that's just not realistic. And now it's like physically manifesting in her body. And then it's also showing up on the right side of the pelvic floor. And it's telling us, oh, the belief of I must perform to receive love is going to make her get into that masculine overdrive of doing. So for her, her masculine versus feminine energy breakdown would be, she's currently embodying those masculine traits where she's in overdrive, she's doing a lot of performing, there's a lot of control that she has difficulty letting go in her life. She's bracing for impact, bracing for the worst to happen. She's doing a lot herself, and she's also, in the sense, protecting herself in fear of being seen as not perfect or too soft. And then for that feminine energy, she's under supported in qualities of like not being able or not feeling safe to be able to rest, to be able to receive help and trust that it will work out for her, being able to surrender control and know that, oh, they can do it just as well as me. I don't have to put everything on my plate. She's also not able to express herself, express her emotions as fully as she needs to, which then suppresses her creativity and her ability to feel safe and soft in her day-to-day, okay? Her body is asking to release the bracing, reconnect to the feminine energy. Why? Because the perfectionism and the shame, they're coming from a place of protection, not truth, okay? Her pelvis is physically holding tension on the right side, that masculine side, while the left side is dissociated and shut down in her pelvic floor muscles, aka left side, feminine side. Releasing the overactive doing energy is definitely gonna help her feel safe enough to soften, rest, and be able to start receiving without the guilt. And her healing is going to come from reclaiming the belief that she's enough, even when she's not perfect. So during our one-on-one sessions, we're focused on unwinding that posterior pelvic tilt posture she has with some gentle somatic movement. Number two, releasing right-sided tension to allow feminine energy to return to the left side of her pelvic bowl. 3, some breath work, pelvic rocking, somatic movement, intuitive touch, just basically trying to restore safety back to the pelvis. 4, building that core belief of worthiness from within and being able to truly affirm that I am enough, I can rest, and I'm safe even when I'm not perfect. The practices that are going to support this particular person on her feminine healing journey is really, I would say, being focused on letting go of that tension, inviting presence, awareness, and fluidity into her womb space, being able to incorporate a daily routine of softness. That means like being intentional to schedule rest, dance, play, baths, journaling, receiving help, asking for help, okay? Being intentional about it. Things just don't happen. And also reframing her core belief around what imperfection means for her. My name is Cherra. I'm a holistic pelvic care practitioner and feminine healing coach. I help women regulate their nervous system and heal at the root through somatic movement, emotional release, and body-based reprogramming. If you'd like to take a deep dive on what emotional block you may be holding in your body, go ahead, comment quiz underneath this video, and I will send you a link to your DM.